Okay, so now we finna get it started. I already prayed. I had some trouble with the video and all that. I ain't gonna say my prayer again, but yeah. So you know what I'm saying. I feel like let me give you a scripture, man. Tales of the Anointed. Yeah, Tales of the Anointed. And God, I pray you be with me. Don't let me go crazy. But let me talk about some real stuff though. Now it's a lot of stuff I could be persecuted for. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of stuff I could be persecuted for. But I think one thing that's a real flag is, I got a lot of pimping in my background. And what I mean by that is, I used to represent pimping. You know what I mean? Like, if you know what I'm saying, you'll see that in my old music. Like, I used to represent pimping. You know what I'm saying? Like, hardcore. But in reality, I wasn't a pimp, but I was a player, but I had knowledge of the pimp game. And then, it's a movement against pimping, because really you got all different types of pimping, you know what I'm saying? But the gorilla pimps, I used to represent gorilla pimping too, you know what I'm saying? But I thought it was cool, but, ain't nothing cool about gorilla pimping, you know what I'm saying? Making a woman do this and that and bring you the money, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know what I mean? She might not even touch the money, depending on how you got it set up. But nah, ain't nothing cool about gorilla pimping. But that other pimping that we look up to, of course, is when a woman doing it by choice and she want to ride for her dude. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of pimping everybody look up to. Or in the world, you know what I'm saying, according to the world. So, I used to rep that hard. And I don't back down from that. Yeah, I used to rep that. Yeah, I used to rep that. But one thing I've seen is, when you try to go on with God and have relationships and different things, that's one thing that keep coming up. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that keep coming up. And I feel like it follows me. Like, the way I deal with a female, like, it follows me. Like, women be scared, but then they be scared, but they be interested. Well, some women, But anyway, I'm trying to get it together, man. This one here, I don't know, man. Yeah, this one here is different. But I had a whole lot of different thoughts. But yeah, I had a whole lot of different thoughts. But I just say, like, real life fact check. You know what I'm saying? I was a player. I was a player in the game. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the same as a pimp. But I was infatuated with some pimping, and I used to represent pimping. You know what I'm saying? But even in church, it followed me. And then, pimping took a lot from church. And the reason they started comparing pimping in church is because I had the older school, old school pimps, the way they dress with the suits and all that, the hats, dress real clean, sharp, like church. So that's where that church stuff started, with the pimp saying church and tabernacle. And you got pimps, and you got pimps whose name is minister. I might call this pimping ain't easy. I might call this one right here pimping ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's not what I'm, you know what I'm saying? That ain't what I'm on. But yeah, you got pimps named minister. It's a guy. Shout out to Soft White Underbelly. You know what I mean? Dude out there in LA be interviewing pimps and prostitutes and stuff like that. A lot of other people too, but them probably the most interesting. It was this one dude named Minister Seymour. So the pimping in church is related, or not really, but but pimps then kind of, you know what I mean. So pimping followed me though. They already thought I was on some pimping in L.A. when I was really green as a pickle. You know what I'm saying? But then I started learning the game. But I never broke out into no pimping. Like, I feel like it was on me, but it wasn't in me. Cause God was in me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like God didn't want me to take that route, cause I wanted to. Matter of fact, my third time going to LA, I was really trying to catch a chick. You know what I'm saying? Meet a chick. You know what I'm saying? Want to do all that there. But I also was on some rap stuff and try to see what that's about. And you know what I'm saying? At that time, I was worried about Illuminati and the laws was on me real heavy. In only 3 weeks, I got hemmed up like 3 or 4 times. So we gonna let our hair down on this one. I ain't gonna try to, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I came to this church and they was on me. Cause this is after I got the divorce. You know what I'm saying? After I went through a divorce, I'm single. You know, some people, some females might think I'm handsome. I got gold teeth. And then if you look me up, you're gonna start hearing a whole lot about pimping. So what happened was, I think when I came to the church that I recently left, I believe they put that pimp jacket on me. So they was really like, we gonna watch him and, you know what I mean, and see what he about, but we really think he on some pimping. We really think he in here trying to pimp somebody. But the thing is, people got I don't know, they got a weird understanding of pimping. First off, yeah, I might do more teaching about pimping than I do about the Bible on this one. You know what I'm saying? Because people got such a weird view of pimping. You know what I'm saying? First off, I'm going to give you the number one thing. Pimping is about money. Pimping is not about having sex with a woman. Pimping ain't about having sex with a woman. Pimping is about getting some money out of a woman. And 9 times out of 10, she gonna use sex to get money from another dude to bring it to the pimp. So sex is the tool that she uses to make money. Matter of fact, the woman is a tool, but pimping is all about money. Pimping ain't about having sex, sleeping with how many women you can sleep with. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, yeah, pimping is something else. You know, pimping and whatever, you know what I'm saying, you trying to mess with different chicks. Pimping is different than that. You know what I mean? But I feel like they put a pimp jacket on me. And then, you know, I had some relationships. Well, I ain't gonna say I had some relationships, but I got involved with somebody at the church. I'm trying to see how to tell this without because I gotta tell the whole story. Matter of fact, let me tell you how a relationship situation. It wasn't a relationship. It was a situationship. First off, but it was this female in the church, and now they was already on me. They already suspicious, but at this time too in life, I was living consecrated, totally consecrated. No smoking, no drinking, wasn't fornicating, wasn't masturbating, none of that. I'm talking about completely consecrated. So then, I end up getting involved with a person, and then they saw my gift and you know how I work with the word and you know what I mean, stuff like that. So I got involved with a person. Now check this out. Everything went down innocent till it's over. And then I feel like she spearheaded a movement. I feel like I could be wrong too. I could be wrong. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go with what I feel. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, forgive me. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like she been persecuting me, man. I could be wrong. I could be. So I'm not going to set it in stone, but I feel like God showed me. But I don't know for sure. But check this out. So I come to the church. This is after this is actually while I was going through the divorce, but I was sure about what I wanted to do as far as the divorce. So matter of fact, this is January 2017 when I started going to this church. I ain't gonna say the name of the church. Okay. So I started going to this church at the beginning of 2017. Now I had already visited one time and got prophesied to. And I'm telling you, people give me a prophetic word, man, I'm not finna go out and do nothing if God ain't dealt with me. So, but dude told me what was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? About how God had to end the relationship. We was going in different directions. But we still tried to work it out after that. But it did end up dissolving and it wasn't no getting back together. You know what I mean? So he prophesied that on point. But what I'm saying is, I don't just go do something because the prophet said to do it. I gotta have, you know what I mean? God got to deal with me. I'm not finna end a relationship because somebody prophesied to me and told me to end a relationship. You know what I'm saying? They might tell me that God's gonna end that relationship. It's like, okay, I'm not finna just go end the relationship just because you prophesied that God is gonna end it. You know, we gonna try to make it work and all that, and if we can't, we gonna go our separate ways, and that's what happened. So dude prophesied correctly, and he said some other things, and it all came true. You know what I'm saying? But the persecution is real. So you know, and sometimes people can really get to thinking highly of you. But remember, I said in the last sermon, prophesying ain't easy. I said if you have a failed relationship or something like that in the church, you know. Now check this out. Cause I'm gonna give you everything. And then people can make their own judgments. But I'm gonna give truth because I don't know if she gave all the truth or not. So I'm gonna have to give you the truth because that's what I do. I really be working with the truth. I ain't trying to stand on no lies. But I know people don't always tell the true story, and people don't always tell the whole story. And I feel like she got her story out there. You know what I mean? So let me get mine's out. So anyway, I came to that church, right? And they was on me like I think they was persecuting me from day one though. Cause if you look me up, the first thing probably gonna come up, it probably ain't gonna be nothing about God or holiness or righteousness. You Google me, I got a song from 2012 called No Cure for My Pimping. And I was really representing the game and giving a good description of the game. You know what I'm saying? Even though it wasn't actually my experience, I did have some experience with women and I had knowledge about pimping, but it wasn't really my true life that I was living. You know what I'm saying? I was a real live player, but I wasn't pimping, getting money out of women like that. You know what I mean? So you gotta make the clarification. Everything is not pimping. You might see a dude, he got 3 or 4 women, but if they ain't paying him, he's not a pimp. You know what I'm saying? You might have 1 female, but if she paying you, you a pimp. You pimping. You know what I'm saying? If that's the understand, I ain't talking about that slick stuff trying to finesse a female out of some money. That ain't. I'm talking about it's understood. She finna go get some money and bring it to you. That's pimping. If that ain't it, it's not pimping. So don't get all this playboy and this player stuff mixed with pimping because it's not the same. So and being a player is not against the law, but being a pimp is. You know what I'm saying? Being a pimp is. So, you know, it's definitely a distinction to be made. Okay. So I started going to the church, right? And I think they was on me from day one because this young chick pull up on me. You know what I'm saying? And, we kind of get to know each other. But then I start figuring out that it's really her parents that's trying to get to know me. And they want to talk with me more than I talk with her. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. But I understood because she was young. So I understand the parents want to get to know you and all that. And a lot of time people want to see where you at with the Lord. But when they see that you got knowledge, they can't get nothing past you when it comes to the Lord. So then people kind of, I know they be confused because you looking at me like, yeah, this dude is a pimp. Matter of fact, I was representing pimping in high school. You know what I'm saying? So I know, and then people know some people that you went to school with, and they relatives and all this kind of stuff. So people gonna find out about you on God. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me, Lord. Hey, y'all have to forgive me, man. I don't know where this gonna go, but I know what I gotta get off my chest, though. Because I gotta tell my side, man. Well, you're not gonna do me like that. And then when you don't know what it is, you can't speak on it. You can't defend yourself because you don't know what you're being accused of. You know what I'm saying? Even in the law, they got to, it's called a discovery. They got to show you the charges against, that might be the arraignment, where they got to show you the charges that's against you, what they trying to charge you with and all that. That's the arraignment. And the discovery is where they got to bring forth the evidence, that they, whatever they got against you, you decide if you want to fight it or take a plea deal, or, you know what I mean, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, when you don't know what you're being accused of, you can't really speak for yourself. You can't lie for yourself, but you can't tell the truth either because you don't know. Okay, anyway. So I'm gonna go through all the females. I done dealt with the head man. I feel like I got that off my chest. But the one who really is the source of all the heat, I feel like, is this female. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't finna hold no punches. You put pressure on me, you gonna get the truth. You squeeze an olive, you gonna get olive oil. You know what I mean? So I ain't with no lies. I don't profit from no lies. But so I came to the church. First it was this young chick. We was kind of getting to know each other. But I seen that her parents was like, I don't know. And we chopped it up on with the word and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. You know what I mean? Just like she was scared. You know what I mean? Like she act like she wanted to date or relationship or something. But at the end of the day, she was just too young. And yeah, she was just too young. But she was cool though. She's still cool. You know what I'm saying? But, that didn't work out. You know what I mean? But I think the pastor had all these different people like coming at me to, see how I'm going to respond and stuff like that. The pastor was on my head the whole time, but I think it's because he didn't know if I was a pimp or if I'm just trying to get all these females. Like he didn't know what my intentions were because God didn't show him. God don't show people everything. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's a lot of people's problem. They don't hear from God. That's why people don't know what to preach. They have trouble, coming up with a sermon and stuff like that. And this is why there was another pastor I was real mad at because of how he get his messages. But this was my thinking. If God called you to preach, then it's up to God to give you a word to preach. If God ain't giving you a word to preach, did he really call you to preach? That's a thought. But anyway, so the pastor was on my head the whole time, I think. So he using other people to come at me, you know what I'm saying, and just see what I'm on. He really want to get me with a female and see what I'm on. Like if I'm on all that, but they look at it as pimping, but it's really just a player. You trying to get with women, you trying to smash whatever you can smash. You know what I'm saying? That's what he thinking. But remember, they getting all that mixed with pimping. And at this time in life, I wasn't on neither one. I wasn't trying to smash no broads. If anything, I'm looking for a wife. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to smash broads, and sure wasn't trying to pimp. But, they going to take all that into consideration. Because remember, I got a whole bunch of songs representing pimping. So I can't blame them for looking at me like that. Plus, I looked the part. I believe I looked the part. If you tell somebody he a pimp, I don't think they going to really be like, he don't look, they probably going to be like, oh, okay. Yeah, I bet that. I bet so. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I looked the part. So I ain't going to knock nobody for thinking that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, remember, I'm giving real descriptive knowledge of the game and claiming it as my own experience. And then some of it is my experience. But the actual part about getting money from women, that wasn't my experience. So there was the first chick I talked to. She was really just kind of too young. And then when we start, matter of fact, we was at her house one night and I put my leg on her leg, and after that, like, she backed away from me. And I don't mean like physically backed away, but like as far as us talking, our relationship or whatever, she backed away because she probably felt like I was trying to put the moves on her. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't really on that at the time, but you don't really have to always be on it, but one thing can lead to another. So I was like, okay, I understand, boundaries, but that's too much. So I was like, nah, like I didn't hear from her for a while or whatever. So I just moved on. I still going to the same church though. Plus they was like in and out of church. They wasn't really consistent at the church. So they went their way and I stayed at the church. But then there's another female that, now I'm going to give you the whole story. Because this is the female that I think was persecuting me. and I know she probably mean well, but I know she probably, what she got in her mind, it's real to her. I'm just gonna say that it's real to her, but it may not be reality. But let me give you the whole story, man. So, and I know the pastor and them helped too, because we didn't have classes back then, like youth classes, and so they put all that together. So me and her started getting to know each other. I had already seen her though. I already thought she was attractive, and she looked so innocent and submissive and all that there. But one thing, yeah. So I'm just, hey, everybody look holy in church though. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? When you under the lights and you singing, everybody look holy. You know what I'm saying? But at this time I really was holy. You know what I mean? But I can't lie about nothing, man. So now, me and her began to get to know each other. Okay, now I'm just gonna give you some background though. She had struggled. Well, I ain't gonna do that. But just know, coming into this situation, I had been abstinent for a good while. And I wasn't just, I'm trying to get me some. You know what I mean? I wasn't on that. I was really on like trying to find a wife. And I think I took my sexuality more serious. I'm going to say this. I took sexual abstinence. I was more serious about it at the time than she was. Facts. Okay? Now, I'm liking her. We getting to know each other and all that. And remember, it wasn't long. It wasn't long. Probably after a good month, I know I wanted to be in a relationship. I wanted to have a relationship and let's work toward marriage. That's what I'm thinking. Now, she had some things happen in her life. And yeah. I remember that. She didn't really want a relationship. She just want to be friends or be close friends. She didn't want a relationship. And as far as marriage, I know that she wanted to be she wanted to have a best friend and you marry your best friend. Like, because I think that's how it went with the pastor and his wife. Like, you know what I'm saying? They started off as friends and all that. But I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can work on our friendship while we work on the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can run concurrently. We don't have to do one and then do the other. Like, you can work on all that at one time. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. I'm the one who wanted the relationship, not her. So I remember getting a bad feeling too, and I was finna just cut it off with her. And but then in my mind I compromised. Cause we had already got close and, you know, rubbing and all that. You already know what it's gonna lead to. And I'm like, dang, you know, we getting close like this and she don't want a relationship. So I was finna cut her off. I felt it in the spirit. But then, you know, she was still hitting me up. And then I remember compromising in my mind. I was like, well, shoot, I might well go on and get some. If I can't do nothing else, I might well go on and get some. And it was the 3rd month in. We had been talking for about 3 months. And this is the 3rd month, December, 2017, You know what I'm saying? That was the first time we did it. And we did it about 3 times that month. Christmas Day, New Year's, and some day earlier in December. And I can get more specific than that. But anyway. And it was consensual and all that there. Wasn't no fool. None of that other stuff. And I'm still like pushing for a relationship. Like, dang, we done what it do. You still don't want a relationship? And I don't know what it was, but now I think I know. Because the pastor probably put her on me just to get close to me, just to see how I'm living. But he didn't expect that, I guess, that something would happen. Because I think she went into it like an undercover operation or something. But when you start getting close, you develop little feelings and things happen. So, and then I remember January 2018, we was talking and she said something, but she was like we were texting and something came up. I remember telling her stuff like, "Ooh, I believe you're gonna be my wife," and all that there. And I remember, I think she was mad, but she was like, I'm not gonna marry you. We texting. And she was like, no, I'm not gonna marry you. Like she was firm with it. So I'm like, okay, well, we done. What are we doing? And let me tell you this too, cause you know, the pastor, a lot of times people don't see flaws in their own children. You know, some dudes done killed, stole, robbed, raped, but mama gonna be like, not my son, not my baby, You know what I mean? Some people be like that, like they just blind when it come to their children. And you got some men who blind when it come to their daughters. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they can do no wrong. Or you know what I'm saying? They feel like they just been victimized. Oh my God, she's such a victim. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that person, not knowing that everything was even. It wasn't no bad guy. It wasn't nobody the bad guy. It just didn't work out. Differences, you know what I'm saying, of opinion and stuff like that. Wasn't no victim. You know what I mean? But you can try to flip it like that. But I'm going to give you the rest of the story. But anyway, one thing I do want to throw in too, I've heard people say, you know, if you're going to get serious with somebody in the church, you need to go to the pastor. Okay, I asked her that. I was like, you know, should I say something? Should I say something to the pastor? And she was like, no, you know, usually when we start getting serious with somebody, we go to him. We go to him and let him know that we getting serious with somebody. And then they had that person talk with the pastor and all that there. So I was gassed up. I was on go. I was ready to do all that. Do I need to go talk to him and all this? So, and she told me no, because she wasn't ready for a serious relationship. And if it got serious, then she would let the pastor know. See, I don't think that part was told. I don't think that part came out. I told you I'm gonna give it to you in bits and pieces. I can only give it to you as the Lord give it to me. But see, I got a feeling that part didn't come out. But yeah, I was ready to go talk to the pastor and everything. And her reason, and I can really understand this, her reason for not wanting, or the reason she gave me for not wanting a relationship was just to wait. Like I guess just be friends longer. But let me tell you this though. This one thing I can't do. If we gonna fornicate, if we gonna have sex, it got to be consistent. You know, you can't give it to me 2 or 3 times a week and then expect me to go 3 weeks without it. I can't do that. I'm not gonna do that. So either you got to be in or you got to be out. I'm just saying. Cause I knew when I compromised in my mind, I was like, well, shoot, I know I can smash. On God, this is when I compromised in my mind. See, people, you can't really. I'm a guerrilla prophet. You really can't preach this from a pulpit. I'm preaching my experience. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really preach this from a pulpit. You got to do this guerrilla style. You know what I mean? So and don't get it confused with guerrilla pimping. We not on that. We ain't on no pimping at all, but definitely not no guerrilla pimping. You know what I'm saying? But finna say, where was I? But yeah. Her reason for not wanting, and you can't knock it. You can't knock it. And I didn't knock it. But if I'm not in agreement, then I got to leave it. You know what I mean? But I never knock her for that. But the reason she didn't want to be in a relationship was she just wanted to wait. You know, it's just like somebody want to take the next step with you, but you're not ready. So it's like she couldn't give me no time frame or nothing like that. But she just like, we would just have to wait. So I'm like, okay. And then, like I said, I compromised in my mind. I'm like, well, shoot, let me, you know what I mean? I might well go on and smash if ain't nothing else shaking. You know what I mean? So yeah, I went on and did that. You know, we started having sex in December 2017. But in January, we didn't have sex in January. And watch this. Okay, so in January we didn't have sex. We was texting, and somehow it came up. I was like, I believe I'm gonna marry you, and I don't know if she was mad or what, but she definitely was firm, and she was like, I don't know if we had disagreed on something theologically or something. I don't know what it was, but and she got some different beliefs than what I got. Some of that extra stuff. I ain't talking about Bible. I'm talking about some of that extra. Hey, people getting hung up on different little things. The name of Jesus.